75% of the articles written in the last year were written with AI.
Hmm.
So everybody's using AI to do everything. Their
Yeah.
marketing, their videos, they're not even some people aren't even bothering to come and talk to someone like you for a podcast. They're just
Hmm.
recording themselves and then using AI to edit it and putting it up there.
Welcome to the Genius Talk podcast. I'm your host Atul Raj from the bestemailmarketer.com, and today we have Melanie Gorman with us. Melanie, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Awesome. So, for our listeners who don't know you, can you tell them who you are and what do you do?
Melanie Gorman, I run a business called Crownsville Media. We build websites and do SEO for clients predominantly in the States, but we have clients from Israel to Hawaii. So we have a lot of different business. And our primary focus is on helping people in the mental health space. So people that are private therapists or they run agencies where they're helping lots of people get health and support. So that's about I don't know, about 80% of our clients, but we really are experts in digital marketing. So it's the whole scope of what your messaging is, what your brand is, how you're showing up online, are you discoverable? And then, of course, all the AI stuff. So that's what we do.
Okay, when I said AI stuff, like what do you mean by that?
Well, our clients in the last year have been really, really interested in figuring out how to be discovered on AI. So we spend a lot of time helping businesses understand the different kinds of AI chats. What's the difference between Gemini and ChatGPT, for example? What do you have to do in your marketing, your blogging, even your social media, if you want to be discovered highly in search? Most of our businesses are small businesses. We're not talking about I worked for a publishing company in New York City for a long time and they had 30 million people on their website a month. Most of our clients are not that big by any stretch. So we help small business owners figure out how to be discovered in AI, which is, that's the biggest thing that's out there right now is how do you get leads from AI? So we spend a lot of time doing that too.
Okay, so can you share a story of a business that you have helped with SEO?
So we've helped a lot of different businesses. One business you could look at is called Manhattan CBT. So Manhattan CBT is a private therapy practice in New York City. The owner has somewhere between 12 and 14 therapists that work for him. And we've worked with their website for a long time, helping craft their SEO strategy and then teaching them the best kinds of content to write online so that they are discovered either through Google Ads. We run Google Ads for people, Google Ads articles, so people are reading their articles or through ChatGPT and Gemini itself.
Okay, so for a new website or a business, what are top three things they can do to get their site ranked quickly?
Well, ranking quickly is hard, right? To be fair.
Yeah, yeah.
So, the fastest thing a brand new site can do is twofold. One is when you write your pages, make sure that they're keyword optimized, make sure that you've done the work to use an SEO tool to help you figure out what words people actually look for. When we do SEO for a client, we're marketing to strangers. We're not trying to market to the leads you're going to get no matter what, because you're going to get them no matter what. You want leads that you can't find on your own. So you have to use SEO tools to figure out the popularity of different keywords. And then you have to use those keywords properly on the pages. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a new business is probably going to need to advertise because
Hmm.
you're not going to rank quickly with SEO. Your competition is potentially years ahead of you. They have more content, they've been online, they have more trust with Google. So you definitely need to get traffic to the website to teach Google that it's a trustworthy website. So Google advertising is the easiest thing to do. If you're interested in social media, you can easily rank, and do advertising through Instagram or through Facebook. You can do those things as well. But you have to create a strategy and a campaign, usually that is going to last for 18 months to 2 years. Right. So there's no super fast, you're going to scream to the top and you're going to be number one. You might get there through advertising, but you won't stay there. Your competition has been at this longer, so you have to earn your spot, and that takes time and consistency and writing lots of blogs and doing those kinds of things over and over and over again. Eventually, you'll rank if you do it right.
Okay, can you walk us through the process of writing SEO content like that can rank?
Yeah. Yeah, so when you're writing for SEO, ideally what you have on your website is a list of services or things that you're selling. So SEO is going to, your blogging is going to support the services. So if you're a therapist and you work with couples, you're going to have a landing page for couples therapy. That page should tell people what the service is and what you do so people understand why you're the right therapist for them, right? Your articles should be smaller conversations about reasons why people seek couples therapy. So, for example, it might be articles about communication, or it might be articles about conflict or arguing. It might be articles about parenting, if that's your area. Each article that you write that supports it should be about a reason why people seek couples therapy, and they should link to the couples therapy page. That is what is traditionally known as the hub and spoke model, where people are writing, they have one main landing page that talks about the service that you're selling. And then the articles are smaller details for why people are looking for that. They have that problem that you solve through your couples therapy. But that's the strategy everywhere. Your website ought to have as many service pages as you have services. So if you're a therapist, you might have trauma therapy, you might have anxiety therapy, you might have couples therapy. Whatever your services are, each one should have their own landing page. And then your blog strategy should support that. So if you have three services, you're going to write an article about anxiety, then one about trauma, then one about couples. And you're going to circle through that every month when you're writing articles consistently. So when we set a strategy, the other piece is that we do keyword research to make sure what are the most popular, least competitive terms people are looking for so that you can rank higher. When you're thinking about AI, the goal is to, if you're a small business, have a niche or have a niche, as they say. Niche is going to be like what makes you different from your competition, right? You're really looking to figure out how you stand out from everybody else who does all the same things. The reason that's important is because AI adoption is really a behavioral change. So we have not stopped looking at Google for answers. However, what we do in a chat GPT or a Gemini is we ask a lot of questions that are early stage questions, and they're very, very personal. So I might be looking for a couples therapist, but I'm looking for a couples therapist that can help me in a long-term marriage when we're fighting about what school our kids should go to college at, and we want to understand what therapist can see us remotely in the state that we live in. People ask on average 30 plus words in their chat GPT or their Gemini queries. So they're asking significantly more specific questions. So all of this works together when you write blogs that are specific to how you solve the client problems and they link to your service pages. You can now be very, very specific about why you're the best person to help with these particular types of issues. That develops your niche. And so when you do more of that over time, you develop a body of work that is very specific to you as the individual service provider. And in ChatGPT, because people are super specific, the matching and the pairing happens better and faster. And you're more likely to be discovered in an AI engine. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay,
Yep.
now I'm curious. So we do email marketing, okay, and we do email marketing for list owners. So we didn't have any niche like email marketing or niche. So should we also need to niche down, or it's okay?
I mean, if you want to be discovered in AI, you have two options.
Yeah.
You become really big or you become niched, right? Those are your
Okay.
two
Yeah.
options.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is like I read this data the other day. 75% of the articles written in the last year were written with AI.
Mhm.
So everybody's using AI to do everything. Their
Yeah.
marketing, their videos, they're not even some people aren't even bothering to come and talk to someone like you for a podcast. They're just recording themselves and then using AI to edit it and putting it up there, right?
Yeah.
So you ChatGPT is a popularity contest. If you are mentioned on big websites, if you have big brands that mention you and link to you, it will help you be discovered. But there's only so much growth your website is going to do. So it's frankly easier to niche down than it is to get big, right? And you can get the same kinds of leads doing niching that you would otherwise pay tons of PR money to and have to spend a long time building your business versus like getting just super specific about why you and why this. Like I say to clients, I say, your website must answer why you, why this service, and why now. If you can explain in your writing why you're the best person to help with this specific issue over and over and over again, as chat becomes more the way that we look for information, you will be discovered more often. I'll tell you, for me personally, I had a lead call this week from a woman who is a therapist in London. I live in Maryland outside of Washington, D.C. She's a therapist in London, England. She found me on ChatGPT because I do SEO and content marketing for therapists, right? So, I mean, I have like 75 articles on my website. My website's not the biggest website out there by any stretch,
Mhm.
but it works. So, there's tons of evidence that say niching is the way to go.
Okay, okay. Okay, so what role does high quality content plays in SEO success, and how can owners create content that convert visitor into customers?
Yeah. So let's do those one at a time.
Okay,
High
okay.
quality content is content that is written with your expertise on the page. So in Google, there's something called Google really, really relies on trust scores. So is your website authoritative? Have you proven, not just claimed, but have you proven that you're an expert in what you talk about? So for a small business owner, where'd you go to college? What kind of degrees do you have? What kind of certifications do you have? How long have you been in the business? Proving to Google that you are a worth the click because you are an expert, proven is part of the way that you do that. High quality content follows suit. So I'm an expert in helping therapists with marketing because I trained as a mental health therapist. I have a master's degree in counseling psychology. I've been doing this for 25 years, right? All of that is available on my website to see. My high quality content is me giving my opinion about something inside of the space, right? That's backed up by my experience. And you get high quality evaluation by the time that people spend reading your content. So that's a very simple thing. If somebody reads your article and Google Analytics shows that they read a 2,000 word article and they spent 2 minutes on it, that is showing Google that people want to read the content. So the quality of your content must come through. You have to back up your sources. You can't make claims that you don't give backing to. So, for example, like somebody could say 50% of marriages end in divorce. That's false. That's not what the data says,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah, it's like conventional wisdom that that's
By the
true, but
way,
it's not the fact.
I'm
Yeah.
curious. Yeah. We cannot say that, but if we say, I think 50%, like, does that is okay?
Well, I think if you say in my experience and you
Okay, okay.
self-reference,
Uh-huh.
it's okay. Because you're saying
Okay.
my experience is 50% of the marriages I've
Hmm,
been around have ended
hmm,
in divorce. That's
hmm,
fine because you're self-referencing.
hmm.
But if you make a claim 50% of marriages end in divorce, you need to
Yeah, yeah.
cite where that data comes from.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
The second part of your question, you want to ask me that again?
Okay, yeah. Let me one sec. Yeah, how can okay, how can owners create content that converts visitors into customers?
Yeah, visitors to customers. You have to understand the buying journey, right? So, what I mean by that is when people come to your website, what do they know and what are they ready to buy? So, as a therapist, people may come to the website looking for things specifically, like what does it cost? How do you see me? Is it in person or is it remote? So, you convert people into customers by making sure that your website answers all of the questions that they have to become a lead. And you can do that in a lot of creative ways. On websites, we create websites, and on all of our websites, we're doing FAQs on all of the service pages. Because when somebody is saying, like, do you offer in person couples counseling? They have other questions like, what if my husband won't go? Or how can I pay with it my insurance or do I have to pay cash? Right? People ask, they have logical next questions that you can fill in on the page too. The more you're able to help people understand how to buy from you and what the next step is, the more likely they are to convert to leads. But that also requires understanding your customers. Like you have to know who, like the mindset of who is coming to your website. And it's deeper than saying ideal client is a woman 18 to 35, right? I mean, it's too
Yeah,
basic. right? It's too basic. Right? You have to understand like what is she interested? What's her real pain? And not
Mhm,
the she wants a husband, not something so basic. What is the real reason why she needs your help? And that is what you should write about. So that's how by getting closer to her, and you have to, I mean, really, you're thinking about all of your marketing. So, what led her to the website? Did you do, are you on Instagram doing reels? And then the reel led them to your link tree. And then your link tree led them to your website. You have to understand the buyer's experience. And honestly, I mean, you have to be curious about who your buyers are. Because if you don't know what they're going through or why they want your help, it's hard to sell to people on a regular basis. When my
mhm,
clients come to me, I give them a consultation, but I don't give them one consultation. I will spend 2, 3 hours with people because their problem is everyone's marketing to them.
mhm, mhm,
Everyone is, I mean, they're getting so much spammy emails saying your website's terrible. It sucks. It's not good. Like your SEO is terrible, right? And now they're here with me. And so if I sell too fast, I'm
mhm,
just like everybody else. If I sell slower, they learn to trust me. They get something for free out of the
mhm,
relationship. They build a relationship with me. They start to trust me. Then they ask me all the real questions. And then I can
mhm,
say, I'm not the person for you. Sometimes I turn people away because they
mhm,
want something I can't do. I'm not a genie. There's no magic here. It's hard work,
mhm.
right? So you want to turn a prospect into a lead, into a sale, you have to build a relationship with people, right? It takes time. So that's what I would tell you about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way, what's your thought on this? Like when we run Facebook ads and we promote our blog, okay, SEO content, like does that cheaper to advertise compared to normal Facebook ads?
So you're saying if you boost a blog on Facebook versus running Facebook ads, is it cheaper?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
cheaper to
yeah.
boost for sure.
Okay, okay. So if you want to build an email list from blog, so what do you think? What's the best way to do that?
You need to have a free gift or something. You got to give them
Mhm.
something, right? So you're noticing there's a theme in everything I'm saying, which is build a relationship, spend time with them, and nurture them through the
Mhm,
process. So if you want to
mhm,
build your list, think about, go back to the beginning. So you're thinking about why you're the expert, and you're writing articles that are
mhm.
connected to your service pages.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
your blog should have a free gift associated with it that's related. And that's how you get people on the list. And once they get on the list, nurture them. Excuse me, spend some time with them, like send them a sequence of emails. Don't just say, "Great, here's the free gift," and that's the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Write them again and say, "What did you think of it? How did it work? Do you have questions? Would you like to talk?"
Mhm,
Like
mhm,
set up a nurture sequence so people understand that it isn't just like, "Hey, thanks for your email. I'm going to put you on my list," but you're actually saying, like, "I'd like to be in relationship and eventually I might actually like to work with you." So that is how you're gonna build the email, but email lists are slow to build,
yeah.
right? Super slow. So some of my clients, like one of my clients, his website is called marriagequest.org. So marriagequest.org. You can go look this up. And his name is David. And David has a pop-up. So if you go to David's website, there's a pop-up that says, here's the free gift. Do you want it this way or this way? So he's giving people the option of getting engaged with him immediately,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
And then the ones that say, I'm not really interested in anything, I just wanted your free gift, he doesn't
mhm.
waste his time with. But the
Yeah, yeah.
people who say, yeah, it's urgent and I want help for my marriage, then he knows, great, let me do something for them right away. So you want to, again, it's about relationships. If you When you reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to be on the podcast?" If I had just said, "Thanks for writing," right? And I didn't write back, we wouldn't be talking today.
Yeah.
So it is all about relationship building.
Okay, so for our listeners who want to connect with you or want to get help from you, where can they go?
Well, I'm sure you're going to put this in the comments, but my website is crownsvillemedia.com. You can also Google my name, Melanie Gorman. It's right here on the screen, right? You can Google me. And on my website, there's a Calendly link. You can schedule a consultation with me. There's no charge, right? And I do show and tell, right? So I am somebody that when you come and have a consultation with me, I'm going to audit your website and I'm going to show you what Google sees about your site, so it's not like a big guessing game, like where we're
Mhm.
trying to, I'm not just going to tell you what to do. I'm going to show you what's happening so you can make informed decisions. So that's how people can get in touch with me.
Okay, for our listeners, how do they know that they are qualified to work with you?
Um, well, anyone's qualified to have a consultation, whether you're a brand new. I mean, I work with people that are, literally just starting out. They went to college, they want to start their business like
Mhm.
there. So you don't have to, there's no prerequisites. Like if you want to have a conversation about what marketing is like with AI in 2025, 2026, I'm more than happy to talk to you. That's all that's required.
Okay, Melna, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and it was really fun chatting with you.
You as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.